Hello and welcome to Powerfox Game. Today we're going to be looking at the LTP Tier 3 Soviet light tank, which we get for the 15th anniversary of Wargaming, which is pretty cool. I've just completed a game. We will show the replay of it because it's the first decent game I've actually got in this tank. I'm not sure if that's because just because I'm not too good at light tanks, or just generally because it's not too good. On the forums there seems to be mixed kind of reviews. Some people are saying it's great, some people are saying they sold it day one after playing a couple of games because they couldn't bear it, but I'm going to go over some of the points, and I did actually get a fairly decent game. So as you can see, I kind of got second class Mastery Badger, which is pretty good, and Master Gunner, which is actually pretty good as well. One of the things I would say is that the aim time seems to be pretty slow, although my gun did get damaged and I didn't have a repair kit, so that probably explains why I missed quite a lot of the time and why it takes so long to aim in. Got about 9k credits, which is pretty decent. This is times 2, so the XP was about 810, which is fairly good for a tier 3 tank. And you can see here we did quite a bit of damage here and there, and we did kill a few vehicles, so we didn't do too badly in that one. And I'm going to go over some of the stats. So we've got 230 hit points, which is fairly good. It's not like amazing. It is very light, but the engine power isn't absolutely amazing. The speed limit is 45. I wouldn't say the acceleration's that good though. On hills it does struggle, and it does struggle to kind of reach that speed sometimes, but it's pretty fast. It's very, very mobile. You can like spin around in circles pretty quickly, turns very nicely, as you can see, 52 degrees a second traverse speed. Hull armor on paper doesn't look too good, but the front armor is very, very bouncy. I think in the replay I have actually do bounce a few shots, which is quite cool. So the front armor is actually pretty nice as long as you angle it properly, although most of the time you kind of don't want to stand still, but although it is actually a light tank slash brawler, so in retrospect it's actually pretty good at like a few firefights and such. Turret armor again, not too good. They're not really going to struggle to penetrate that. It's not too bouncy really, apart from it is slightly sloped to the front and sides, but not too much. The gunner's tier 2, it's not great, but it does penetrate things quite easily. But gold armor is pretty cheap, so if you want to get gold armor, you can get it. It's pretty cheap. Will penetrate definitely with gold armor, no doubt about that. Rate of fire is very good as well, so again you can just pop out, start shooting at people, putting rounds into other tanks, not too bad. Turret traverse speed 36 degrees a second, again that's not too bad. V range is probably about average, and signal range is actually pretty good. It is tier 5 radio, but 360 meters isn't too bad I don't think. But there you go, I'm just going to load up the replay and I'll show you that in just a second. Here we have the LTP replay, so we've actually got quite a few LTPs, as you can see, on both teams, because a lot of people are playing them because they're new and they're elite tanks, so everyone's like wanting to give them a go. So at tier 3, most of the time, it's not as bad as yesterday. Yesterday pretty much every game was full of LTPs and only had like one other tank or something, but this one is a bit better, but there's still loads of LTPs. I think someone does a bit of friendly fire here, so you can see the blue LTP up there probably started shooting teammates, although he does get his comeuppance quite early. He does get killed quite early on and doesn't really do much apart from that. But I should go and follow this guy, because the Never I Can guy looks like he knows what he's doing, because he's kind of going straight out, going down this line, which is pretty good. I often don't like leading like tanks out, so quite often I won't really go down somewhere like this just out of fear for getting shot at, because most of the time they will be coming up the other side and will probably start shooting at you pretty early on. But it looks like we're actually quite lucky at this point, and we managed to get up this hill and get quite good spot at shooting some of the tanks that are kind of down the cliff a bit, and we can shoot down onto them pretty easily. So we do get a few shots in, although I think at some point we do move on. But you can probably see that up the hill it is very, very slow, only going about 10 kilometers an hour. It's really kind of struggling to get up this hill here, and I think that's probably mainly due to the fact that the engine is tiny. So although this thing is pretty fast, the engine's so small it probably like kind of struggles to get uphill, so that kind of causes a few issues. But you can see here, for some reason we've got a Lloyd gun carrier, or carriage I think it is, just for some reason like strolling up this kind of like middle bit here, a bit like the goalie coming out of the goal just to kind of do something stupid. So yeah, I have no clue what this guy's doing. I'm not sure he's like all gone TD, but you can see we bounced a shot there. Not quite sure we can see it because I didn't actually notice that many bounces on me, but yeah, that did actually hit our turret. So you can see the turret armor is okay, but he must have shot me at a really, really bad angle to get that bounce there, because I think he could probably only really shoot at my turret, but it's quite good, so it is actually pretty bouncy for a light tank, and again it is tier 3, so in terms of bounciness it is actually very good, so you do get quite a few bounces. I kind of do get a few shots on there, as you can see. I haven't really done too much at this point, but we have done a bit of damage, and at some point we do move on. But yes, the armor is actually surprisingly good. Again, as I said, this is the first game I actually got like decent results in, but I think generally it's probably a tank that you've kind of got to get used to playing, because it isn't just like a scout, it is a brawler, it is meant to fight at the same time. Although the gun isn't great, as I've said, it won't struggle to penetrate tier 3s. I doubt, I haven't really penetrated or like attempted to like shoot some of these higher tier ones. There is a medium 3 here, which again is a tier 3, and it didn't struggle to penetrate the turret at all. Any tiers, probably tier 3s or below, shouldn't be too much of a problem to penetrate with standard armor piercing ammunition, but there is always the option for like APCR, which is pretty good. That will go through absolutely anything. You won't have an issue with that. We did get the medium 3 there, which doesn't have like amazingly good armor, I don't think. We did get a turret shot, and I'm not sure their turrets are that strong. And up here at this point I'm starting to think, oh great, they're going to capture our friendly base, because no one is up at the friendly base, or at least they're out of signal range anyway, so we're kind of thinking, oh, what's going on here? At this point I kind of do just get ripped apart. I just go around here, all hiding up at these rocks, my gun gets destroyed, and generally I'm taking pretty bad damage. So this guy up here is kind of like, carries on shooting at me. At this point I kind of think I'm dead. 38 HP, I'm kind of thinking, what am I going to do? But he shoots me in the tracks again, which doesn't do any damage. I bounce that shot there, and at that point he's starting to think, well actually maybe I should back away. He's got all his friends behind him shooting at me. And yeah, basically that happens. But we've got the bison down there kind of trying to shoot pot shots into us, so I'm kind of like hiding behind this rock, managing to block off those two, whilst kind of suppressing this guy up here, which doesn't really want to pop round because he knows he's just going to get shot at. But yeah, at this point you can see gun's been shot quite badly. We've got a bounce there, which again kind of suggests that he probably shot me at a really weird angle. And we've got a shot there as well, so yeah, he shot me in the tracks, he kind of shot me up there a bit, and it kind of bounced, because how he shot me at this angle is a bit stupid, so he kind of didn't really know where to aim for me. But again, you can see the front plate here probably isn't as bouncy as you think, because you can see one went straight through there. I think that little panel there is actually quite weak, or it kind of looks like it should be armoured. But yeah, there you go. I mean, obviously I kind of just managed to get shot in the right place, if you can get shot in the right place, so to speak. So that was quite good, but obviously at this point the gun is just awful. I do manage to shoot him, but look, the aiming time's been badly damaged, and just generally the accuracy. I mean, I'm trying to shoot him at this point here, but I just can't. I'm just kind of getting a bit impatient, just trying to shoot at him before he goes behind a rock, but in which case I kind of just end up making the situation worse. But I think we do actually kill that guy up there, so it's not all too bad. But I mean, generally I would say this was a good game for me, although this is the only good game I have had out about 10, so in retrospect I'm not really sure what to say, because some of you guys I know probably have this tank. Well, actually obviously you all do have this tank now if you've got one of tanks, and you can probably say what your thoughts are in the comments below. I do get killed at that point quite badly. It looks like it kind of like explode quite badly, so I'm not sure if that's ammo-racked or what, but only did have 36 health, so probably most likely I just got killed. But apart from that, it was a pretty reasonable game. I did get killed. The replay goes on for a while because it seems to take ages to kill the last two people. But anyway, I'm going to stop at this point because I'm not going to bore you with the rest of the game, because it's just going to take ages. I'm going to be babbling on about all sorts of random stuff. But anyway, thanks for watching the video today, guys. Hope you did enjoy the video, and remember to like and subscribe. I will say this is going to be uploaded over kind of quite a few days, because also my cousins are coming over today, which is going to make it quite tricky to upload. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.